back to Daily Flash and our special Super Bowl episode.
Indeed, and what better way to enjoy the game than with food? And that's why we invited the owner and chef of Badass Sandwich and Badass Burgers to the show.
Let's welcome John Collazo. John, welcome!
Yeah! How are you?
Thank you for having me, guys.
I love it.
Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate you.
It's a big food day.
Yes, it is.
For whenever Super Bowl Sunday comes
Yes.
along. I mean, you got to have the right food. But you're
Absolutely.
also thinking that this great little idea, especially, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to be able to do it. Tell us a little bit about that, and we'll talk about your business in just a second.
So I figure, create something where it's on a budget,
Sure.
You can take a piece of pork butt, put it in a crock pot, set it and forget it, and you can make different variations, different flavors with the same meat. You can have different sauces, different toppings, different cheeses, and then we figure sliders. Everybody likes a slider. Instead of just doing a big sandwich, you can make different flavors. It's like almost like a little buffet, if you will.
I agree with you, John. And I think a lot of people, you go back and forth through the kitchen all the time throughout the game. So the sliders are a great idea. But not only that is the fact that you almost kind of like have a spread set up, but you don't have to make a big spread because you can make a great little
perfect
little
party
sandwich.
food.
Exactly.
Perfect, right?
Exactly. So it's finger food. You can have a beer. You can have your cocktail as you're having like a 1 or 2 bite sandwich. It's
So
pretty
let's
simple.
get to it. What are we
Absolutely.
making?
So what we have here, we're gonna even me, I'm trying to create something right now. We have a jerk mayo here that I recreated a badass sandwich. You put a little bit of that in there. You can take your pick.
Can I try some?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You
Have
put
at
You
it.
go for it.
Make your own guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Have at
Look at
it.
that.
I love me some barbecue sauce. Your cheeses, what cheeses do you
So
spread?
right now we're using, in this one, we're using Havarti. On yours, I'm gonna put a little bit of Gouda.
Okay.
It's pretty simple, okay? You can take a little bit of the pork at this point. You put it in there. And this pork cooked about 16 hours, by the way.
What all do you put in the pork, John?
So on the pork, we actually do like a Spanish style adobo, if you will. So it has a lot of garlic, pepper,
it smells wonderful.
oregano. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that,
And by the way, I noticed you're wearing green. Is that any a preference of who's going to win the game?
Well, I am a Philly boy,
All
so
right.
I'm rooting for the Eagles this time,
You
I
got to
have
be a Philly
to.
boy if
Yeah.
you're going to make sandwiches. I
That's
love
where
it.
I started my career. So on this one, let's put some pickles. We can take some bacon. You know what? Let's get creative with this one. We got sweet plantains here. We smash them down a little bit. Put that on that one for you.
wow.
Okay. We can take a little bit of fresh made pickled jalapenos or jalapenos, what people can see. Some people call it
Jalapenos.
jalapenos. You know what I mean? And then you can even take a little bit of these crispy onions right
Oh,
here.
my
So
goodness.
you can create different variations in that. You see, that's about 2 to 3 bite sandwich, right?
Absolutely.
You create another one where,
Easily.
let's say, this is a Creole mustard mayo that we created as well.
I want to talk a little bit about some of these sauces
Absolutely.
here. Do you start off with like getting you some mayonnaise and throwing in like your favorite spices and that sort of
good
thing?
question.
Because what's great about this is that I like barbecue.
Yes.
Jackson might like just a mayonnaise
Yeah, we
base.
got
Is there a
green
way that we
chili.
can make these sauces at our house easily?
Absolutely, absolutely. Send us an email and I'll be more than happy to share the
there you go.
recipe.
Oh, wow.
So here we go. We got like our Cuban kind of like version of it with a little bit of, and jerk
plantains,
mayo, a
there we
little
go.
bit like
All right.
island flavor. We got this one. You know what? Let's top this one with a little bit more barbecue, if you will.
yeah.
And we thought it wasn't going to give us issues, but you know
I was
what,
messing
guys?
around.
We do real cooking here.
All right. So as you are putting this together, tell us a little bit about
Absolutely.
your name, Badass. Why Badass for your
great
business?
name.
It
So
is, right?
it started as a joke. My friends always told me, you should open a restaurant and call it Badass because everything that I saw, that's a badass car, that's a badass house, that's badass. So I was like, sure, and ended up being, to be honest with you, I was looking for a job and I couldn't find a job anywhere. Okay. And we created a little food truck back in 2014, and we got blessed that we ended up opening a brick and mortar in the Mill District in Orlando. And then we opened another one in Fairbanks Avenue, and we also just opened a burger joint 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I figured the name is funny, and here
It's
we go.
catchy.
It is pretty catchy,
Yeah.
and people can relate. It's a fun food. We're blessed that people, when they come to Badass, they're having a bad day, and they come in and they leave with a smile.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's great.
So look at that.
We're going to talk about you got a name for this one? This one's got barbecue sauce, got some pulled pork,
I think
we got
that's
some
the
onions.
Mitch special.
The Mitch.
That one is like,
How about-
there you go.
This is the Badass Mitchin sandwich. Like? I like.
Yes,
I like it.
I like it. I like it.
All righty.
You know,
Which one are you going to go
we're
at?
gonna put a little stick
I'm
in
gonna have
here.
Matt come in and taste test for me. He's gonna be my backup quarterback.
Yes, there you go. All right,
He's gonna be
playing
my
second
backup
string, if you will. I know
taste
you're not
tester.
feeling.
John, let me ask you this:
Yes.
how important was starting off with a food truck to the success of your business?
Well, to us, it was more like how many people we can impact and we can get it, along our journey, So it wasn't about food anymore. It was more about nurturing people, bringing smiles. It's pretty hard out there,
Yeah.
So a lot of people are just having a tough time. Hey, let me go to Badass just because it's a funny name.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And then they end up liking it. And we have customers that have been eating our food for 10 years now, guys.
Terrific.
So to me, again, it's a blessing to
John,
do that.
it is wonderful. This is delicious,
So-
really, really good stuff.
Thank you so much,
for
guys.
more information on Badass Sandwiches, head to our website,
you know what? We're gonna use this
dailyflashshow.com, and we'll share some recipes with you. Stay with us. The Scene with Doreen coming up next.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Dude, that 6 minutes went by flying.